Hi everybody. So I'm going to paper trade for a few days. I'm going to take a break from my trading, like I traded this morning. I'm just going to take a break this week and paper trade. And my hope here is simply to share my ideas, my dashboard, how I do it, and you can see my wins, my losses, my stupidity, my occasional flash of brilliance, you know, the whole buffet table. So here, I trade futures and I'm a momentum scalper. Here, the mini Dow Jones futures has gone up quite a lot today. Broke a losing streak, so it's gone up a lot. But I think it's due for a pullback. So I've gone short here, and I'm short. Was short 10 shares. I mean 10 contracts. Now I'm short 20 contracts, and I'm in the red. I'm $1,800 in the red because typically you enter a trade, you do start red. But I'm also swimming against the tide here because if you look at that cloud, it's green, right? The whole momentum is going up, and here I am going short. But I do believe it's flattened out, and we're due for a pullback. And in fact, uh, I'm recording this after the day's over, and it went down a lot. Of course, I didn't know that at the time, um, but here I am. So I'm starting to flash into some green here, but it's also hitting that moving average, that white line. So I'm a little worried it may bounce and go back up, which would be against my position. I'd be more in the red, but it is starting to drop, and I'm kind of hoping there's a little bit of some panic involved here, and people start to bail on their positions. So it's dropping, and I keep adding to my position. I'm now 50 contracts short, um, expecting price to keep going down, and see the red candle is going down. So I'm about to click flatten now. I want to get out around 5K. So starting to flash around 5-ish, and I'm going to so I hit the button and I get out at 4,350. So I'm in the green. Trade for a minute or so, and I made $4,350. And if you see here on the 5-minute chart on the left and the 2-minute on the right, these are linear regression channels. And you see how it's hit that line and did kind of a reversal. It went the other way. So, which is good. I mean, I was correct, but I'm starting to think that it may bounce here and go up. So it's hitting that little pink line, and I'm thinking it's going to bounce. So I'm going to go long here. So I'm long 10 contracts. In the futures world, you don't buy shares, you buy contracts. And I'm 10 contracts in. I'm going to click the button. I'm going to go another 20 contract. So I'm averaging down. I'm in the red, I'm negative, and I'm getting more. So I'm averaging down. Averaging down is um, not a wise thing to do because you're making a bad situation worse. Because if it does go against you, it's gone against you, and you're really many shares or contracts in. Whatever. Um, I have bad habits too. So I'm 20 contracts long, and I'm expecting a little bounce off that line, and another 10 contracts in, so I'm 30 contracts in. I'm in the green. It is bouncing a little, so I want to get about $1,000 on this bounce. I hit flatten now, and I get out at 5,850. So that was nice, right? About $1,500 for another minute and a half, 2 minutes into the trade, or a few minutes, whatever. Now I've drawn quadrant lines, which I'll show in a later video, but I'm expecting it to bounce off this purple. So I've gone long quite hard here. I'm 80 contracts in, um, and I got in a little bit too soon, and I'm negative by a lot. But I didn't want to just have 5 minutes of you looking at a candle blooming, which is kind of boring. So I've sped things up here. So I'm 80 contracts in. I've lost everything so far, and I'm almost 2 grand in. And I'm buying more. Again, I'm averaging down. I'm really confident that it's going to bounce off that purple line. Technically it should bounce, but the market doesn't always do what it should do. It gets drunk and euphoric sometimes. But if we look at that little horizontal line by the last candle, you can sort of see where price currently is. That's what that little orange line is for. It tells me where price is. I don't use wicks on my candles, but I look at that orange line very carefully. And I'm 101 contracts long and 103. And I'm going to go up to 107, I think, which is my limit. So I'm averaged down to my absolute maximum. I can't buy another contract, right? So I am sweating a little, but it does start to go green a little bit here. So it's flashing green. Again, I went long too early, um, but you can't win if you're not in the game, and sometimes you just got to get in the game. It's very difficult to time things with surgical precision, both entry and exit. So I am long 107 contracts, and I'm waiting for this bounce. Here you're going to see price start to rise. Just have to be patient. And patience is not my strong suit. And up we go. It's going up. And see, it is bouncing off that linear regression channel. I'm 2,000 in the green. I hit 3 there. Hit 4. Click the button to flatten out, and I get out, and I'm $10,150 on the day. Have a good day. Woohoo!